Can you imagine what it would be like to have to pay $10 for a glass of water at a restaurant and to have to reduce the amount of showers you take in a month simply because fresh water is hard to come by? Although this may sound impossible, this is a reality for your grandchildren. Pollution comes in a wide area of subjects such as air, environmental, soil, and water. Although they are all important to prevent, water pollution is especially important to prevent because we use water every day to survive. Now, I'm going to be discussing what water pollution is, how it can be prevented, and why it is so important for us to act today and to not wait. So first, what is water pollution, and where does it come from? Well, water pollution, by definition, is the contamination of water by the discharge of harmful substances. Now, the main sources of water pollution would be industrial contamination, nuclear power plants, solid waste such as papers and plastics, and cleaning products finding their way into the sewer systems. Many industries use large quantities of fresh water to wash away their chemicals and debris from their processes of making their products. And that same water finds its way into the local streams and rivers, which then affects the local fish and wildlife. Some solid wastes, like papers and plastics, they're always going to find their way into the sewer systems. But the water treatment facilities of today, they're not built to handle the large volume that are finding their way into the water systems. So second, I'm going to cover a few statistics that may shock you. First, did you know that 5,000 people a day in the world die from drinking dirty water? Second, 1 billion people in the world don't have access to fresh drinking water. Third, over 40% of the nation's lakes and rivers are too polluted to fish from, to swim, or to drink from. And finally, in 1993, a water treatment plant in Wisconsin failed to properly disinfect water from Lake Michigan. As a result, around 403,000 residents got sick and 54 died from bacterial contamination. Now next, I'm going to cover a few simple things that you and I can do to prevent water pollution. Conserving water when possible helps to reduce the amount of water that needs to be processed for contamination at treatment plants. So a few things we can do would be to turn off the sprinklers when it's going to rain outside, reduce the amount of running water time when you shower, brush your teeth, or do the dishes, and you can also make sure you only do the laundry when you have enough for a full load. Also, make sure you don't flush products like paint, oil, and other toxic cleaning materials down the toilet, because that finds its way into the sewer system and that can be difficult to filter out. And also, when you change your oil or you work on your vehicle, make sure to collect those fluids and dispose of them properly. Many local vehicle shops will take those from you and dispose of them for free. Also make sure that you don't throw away any papers or plastics into rivers and streams. And if you happen to be by a water supply and you see them hanging around, just take a few minutes and go pick those up. It can have a lasting effect. Another thing you can do, also encourage other people to take the same steps that you are. And continue to make sure that large companies follow laws that are set in place to protect fresh water. Now finally, I'm going to discuss with you why we need to take action now. Fresh water is limited, and once it's gone, it's gone. So if we continue to allow ourselves to pollute water, eventually it's going to be gone, and we're not going to have it in the future. Now things we do every day and we take for granted, like using the tap water for cooking, going out in the backyard and swimming, or heading down a local stream to fish, we may not be able to do that in the future because all the water may be too polluted. Now, the most important thing, all of our food sources come from water. Crops need water to grow. The animals, the meat, they need water to survive. So we may lose our ability to live and to eat and to drink. So in conclusion, actions to prevent pollution must be taken now to ensure the survival of the planet and our children. Remember to take the few simple steps of prevention, and you can help minimize water pollution.